All right, welcome. This is DB Talking Now, DB Talking Birds, DB Talking Philadelphia Eagles. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. The Philadelphia Eagles just got done playing the New England Patriots in week 2 of the preseason game, where the New England Patriots absolutely demolished the Philadelphia Eagles 35-0. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Jonathan Gannon rested all of his defensive line, the starters along the defensive line. He also rested cornerback Darius Slay. You know, we got gashed in the run game. We got gashed through the air. You know what I will say is what I took away. Alex Singleton and Eric Wilson continue to look good. Two linebackers for the Philadelphia Eagles. They continue to look good and play well with each other. They contain the screen game fairly well. But here's the thing: Zach McPherson didn't have his best night. He got beat by Kendrick Bourne, wide receiver Kendrick Bourne, a couple times for the New England Patriots, and a few other players as well. Joe Flacco looked horrible. I did not like what I saw from Joe Flacco. He was late getting the ball to Devontae Smith a few times, and that's just not what you want to see. You don't want to see your quarterback, whether he's your starter, whether he's your backup, getting the ball late to a playmaker like Devontae Smith, and that's what I saw. Miles Sanders came in, played a few snaps, played a few series after not playing last week, being the only starter who did not play last week. Came in, had a couple carries for 13 yards. Kenny Gainwell continued to have some good production on the ground and in the pass game. Boston Scott came in, did a decent job. Jordan Howard came in and did a decent job. He had a 3rd and short that got stuffed on 3rd and inches, but hey, would have liked to see him convert it, but hey, that's okay. He still looks good. He's still having a phenomenal camp, and I still expect him to make the roster. I'm not worried about anything like that. But I understand it's preseason, right? I understand it's preseason. I get that. I think we are all very well aware of that. But this is the second week in a row where your depth, if you're Nick Sirianni and you're Jonathan Gannon, your depth seemingly cannot stop the opposing offense. As soon as you get the 3rd stringers in there, they haven't been able to stop anybody on the ground and through the air. And so I would be worried. I'd be fairly worried. Cam Newton came in and played really well. So did Mac Jones. They did a really phenomenal job. Granted also as well, the Eagles kind of put themselves in a hole. There was a bad snap that was snapped to Joe Flacco that kind of went over his head, and not by Jason Kelce, but then shortly thereafter, Joe Flacco threw an interception and just put the Philadelphia Eagles in a hole. John Hightower played a little bit, got a couple catches. Jalen Reagor played and did a decent job tonight. So he continued his decent practices, from the past week and a half, and so he did a decent job. Quez Watkins was held without a catch tonight, so that's something to be noted. One of the things I really do want to talk about is Zach McPherson, cornerback rookie, 4th-round pick cornerback Zach McPherson, because we heard all of this hype, man, and I'm not saying that like I'm gonna start hating on the guy or I'm gonna start downing him completely quite yet, but look, we started hearing all of this hype, all of this huge hype regarding rookie cornerback Zach McPherson, and I'm not seeing all these big plays that I was hearing about. I'm not expecting him to be like, Ed Reed from the very get-go. I'm not expecting him to be like the Honey Badger from the very get-go. I'm not expecting all those things, but I'm expecting to see something. You know what I mean? I'm expecting to see something. It was him lining opposite Steven Nelson tonight, and Kayvon Wallace got the start opposite Anthony Harris tonight at the safety position. So that was nice to see. And 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 so it was good. It was good for safety Kayvon Wallace to get some good playing time in there. But yeah, these second stringers have to do a little bit better of a job, against the run game and against the pass game. Toxic Falcons, what's up, my man? Happy Thursday. Yeah, I mean, we didn't start any of our starting defensive line, any of our starting defensive linemen. So there's that. And that goes a long way. The other thing I want to talk about too, I will say this though, the linebackers still continued to improve tonight. They did move sideline to sideline. Devontae Smith. No, I think Tox Falcon says Smith looked all right. No, I think Devontae Smith looked good. Joe Flacco was late on getting him the ball quite a few times, and his route running looked really good. And whenever he got the ball in his hands, he was able to get at least a couple more yards after the catch. So I think Devontae Smith, given who was throwing him the ball, which Joe Flacco is a shell of himself, I think he did a decent job. So there's that. And that leads me to my next point. Jalen Hurts was all ready to go to play in this game, and dancing on the sideline, dancing with the players, doing stretches and things like that, like 5 minutes before the game, and all of a sudden he's got an illness. So and exactly. That's the Eagles fans were saying Jalen wasn't sick because he was dancing and everything during pregame. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So like, I'm curious as to what was going on with Jalen Hurts. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he was sick or not. I don't think he was sick. I think he had every intention and purpose to play in this game. Maybe there's something else going on behind the scenes. Who knows? Maybe there's something else going on behind the scenes. Who knows? But the running backs continue to look efficient. Miles Sanders looked good. Look, it's preseason. I'm not worried about it. You want to crown the Patriots because they put 35 points up? Go ahead, be my guest. Javon Hargrave didn't play. Fletcher Cox didn't play. Brandon Graham didn't play. Josh Sweat didn't play. Derek Barnett didn't play. None of these guys played. Darius Slay didn't play. So you know who the starting rotation was? It was Teron Jackson, T.Y. McGill, Milton Williams, Hassan Ridgeway. That was the starting defensive line rotation. So, I'm not sure how much faith you want to put in that rotation there, but Tox Falcon said they were saying Howie Roseman told him not to play. I don't know if it's true or not. No. Big Play Slay, what's good, my man? What's good? I haven't seen you in here for a little bit. Happy Thursday, my man. Happy Thursday. Eagles just got crushed. 35-0 by the New England Patriots. I'll tell you this. I mean, look, just to recap, this is DB Talking Now, DB Talking Birds, DB Talking Philadelphia Eagles. Jonathan Gannon rested his starters along the defensive line. I will say this, Alex Singleton and Eric Wilson continue to look like they're growing really, really well together. I think that they contain the screen game really, really well. They continue to move sideline to sideline. Darius Slay was also resting tonight. So Zach McPherson got the start opposite Steven Nelson. And Zach McPherson got beat a couple times tonight, guys. Kayvon Wallace got the start opposite Anthony Harris. And we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we got crushed in the ground game. Yeah, we got crushed in the pass game. Yeah, it happened. It happened. Jalen Hurts mysteriously sat out. Cool. Cam Newton went up against our second string defensive line. More like our third string defensive line. Docs Falcon says, what team made me mad when teams are getting blown out is when you see on the sideline people laughing and giggling like little girls. Yeah. Big Play Slay says, I'm doing great. Hit 500 subscribers today. Let's go. Nice, bro. Congratulations. Big Play Slay says, Devontae Smith took that man's ankles twice. Yeah, Devontae Smith looked good. I think considering who was throwing him the ball, Devontae Smith looked good. I think Joe Flacco was late to him on a few throws and needed to do a little bit better. But Devontae Smith looked good. I thought he ran some crisp routes, and then got a couple yards after each time he caught the ball. Got a couple yards. So I thought that was good. Birdman 951, welcome to the chat today, my man. Embarrassing, man. You know what? I thought about it being embarrassing, dude. It's like we had Hassan Ridgeway, we had T.Y. McGill, we had Milton Williams and Teron Jackson to start on the defensive line, bro. If Cam Newton and Mac Jones want to crown themselves as champions for that, be my guest. Be my guest. We know what would happen if Javon Hargrave and Fletch and Derek Barnett and Josh Sweat and Brandon Graham were in that lineup. We know what would happen. Come on, let's be real. Tox Falcon says, Pat's got a damn running back core for real. Yeah, Damian Harris is a good running back. Sony Michel is a good running back. They were going against some developmental rookies. And Hassan Ridgeway trying to make the team and T.Y. McGill trying to make the team. But honestly, I'd take my running back group over their running back group any day of the week. Got to be honest with you. Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, Boston Scott, Kenny Gainwell. I mean, by the way, who continues to look good. Did Jalen Reagor play? Jalen Reagor played. Jalen Reagor was returning punts and kickoffs. Did a pretty good job. Got a few catches in there too. Birdman 951 says it's the fundamentals for me. No, and that's a fair point, dude. That's a fair point. My thing is this: you are right. I don't care who you are on the team. Nick Sirianni and Jonathan Gannon should really be looking at themselves and asking themselves, like, why is our depth like shitting the bed the second consecutive week against opposing offenses when we put the third stringers in there? Why is that happening? You know what I mean? Because it shouldn't be happening. Especially, I mean, and when it comes to the Patriots, like, look, Bill Belichick is a legendary head coach. We know this. And yeah, did we just spend the last week with him? Yeah, we did. But he's not going to come out here and try and outcoach you in the preseason game. But that's exactly what happened, and his players blew your shit up. After reportedly the Eagles, dominating them in practice all week. So, let's talk about it. Jalen Reagor, but speaking of Jalen Reagor, Jalen Reagor continued to have a good, Jalen Reagor was fine. I mean, comparatively to what Jalen Reagor's been going through, Jalen Reagor was fine. I'm not worried about Jalen Reagor. Quez Watkins, however, I am a little worried about because Quez Watkins was held without a catch, and that is not what I want to hear. Toxic Mullins looked terrible. Yeah, I'm mulling over Mullins. Mulling over Mullins. Honestly, I literally was thinking about this the other night. The Eagles should literally consider signing Josh Rosen and to replace Mullins. That's what I was thinking the other night because Mullins has looked absolutely terrible. Tox Falcon says it's preseason though, really just looking at rookies and some players trying to make the squad. Yeah, honestly. The thing is that the Philadelphia Eagles fans want to see if Jalen Hurts can put up or shut up. Honestly, we don't need to see Joe Flacco. And for Jalen to 5 minutes before a preseason game suspiciously come up with an illness, it's suspect. It's suspect. It really is. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I want to see Jalen. I want to look. This is Devontae Smith. This is Devontae Smith's first game back. You know what I mean? I wanted to see Jalen Hurts with Devontae Smith. I didn't want to see Joe Flacco with Devontae Smith, who I knew was going to throw the ball late to him, which is exactly what happened. I wanted to see the esteemed, the esteemed connection that we've been hearing about. The fluid connection between Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. I wanted to see that. I don't care if it's just a preseason game. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see anything other than that. Talks Falcon says Joe's looking like an MVP for shit. Most valuable player for shit. Joe can go blow a goat. That's what I say. Joe can go find an Amish family from Delaware, borrow their goats, and blow one. How does that sound? Does that sound like a plan? Does that sound like a plan for Joe Flacco? I think it sounds like a perfect plan for Joe Flacco. Toxic Falcon says, I'm trying to think of a reason why they didn't want Jalen to play. To maybe keep him healthy. They can't name the guy the starter, but they want to keep him healthy. Maybe there's a Deshaun Watson trade in the works. Probably not. Maybe there is a firework up Harry Roseman's butt. I don't know. I mean, there's so many reasons. Yeah. But hey, like I gotta tell you, the wide receiver core looks fast. And hey, John Hightower got some. Hey, let's give some kudos to John Hightower. John Hightower was playing tonight. That was nice to see. John Hightower was playing tonight. That was nice to see. Birdman 951 says, so now Nick Sirianni has to announce who our starting quarterback is, and Jalen didn't play. Good luck with that, Nick. Well, they said he was out with an illness. So, I mean, I don't think it's that much of a concern. I don't think it's that much of a concern as to, as to it being any more of a concern than it was. He really does. Yeah, he really doesn't. He should just say it's Jalen. I mean, he should just do that. But yeah, every Eagles fan is suspect because we all saw him dancing and smiling on the sidelines and stretching and warming up and getting ready to play. Getting ready to play with Quez Watkins and Jalen Reagor and Devontae Smith. Getting ready to play with Miles Sanders. We illness my ass. Talks Falcon says, hey, can we get a big clap for the linebackers? They played lights out today. They did. Alex Singleton and Eric Wilson. They continue to look good and play well and develop well together. I really like what I'm seeing out of the Eagles linebackers. You know what I mean? I think it's some of the best screen containing that I've seen in a little bit. Honestly, I got to be honest. I'm really excited about Alex Singleton. I'm really excited about Alex Singleton and Eric Wilson. I'm really excited about those guys. Zach McPherson, where's all this fucking hype that I've been hearing about? Where's the big play, like playmaker hype that I've been hearing about for Zach McPherson? Haven't seen shit. All I saw tonight was him getting beat by Kendrick Bourne at the point of his route separation. Like that's all I saw tonight. That's all I saw tonight. Birdman 951 says he keeps tap dancing now. Now all week we are going to hear about Deshaun Watson. All week we're going to hear about Deshaun Watson. It's all we're going to hear about all week. Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Watson. Yep, all week. You want to know why? Because it's not even just this now. It's also the fact that like the FBI is investigating Deshaun Watson's accusers, not Deshaun Watson. They're accusing them. So the FBI is actually working in favor of Deshaun Watson. I don't know if you guys caught that little tidbit that kind of came out this past week, but yeah. Birdman 951 says Singleton, muscles up, baby. Yeah, I was a huge fan of his last. I think he was one of our very few bright spots from the defense last year, and so I'm really excited to see how good he's doing this offseason. And I just love watching that dude fly around the ball, man. I think he does. I think he flies around the ball. I think he moves sideline to sideline. I'm really excited about, the future he has with our team, and it looks like he's always there in position to make all the tackles. And it looks like we finally got one of those linebackers who can be a top tier tackler in this league, which I feel like we haven't had in a long time, since like Jay Trott. You know what I mean? Talks Falcon says, so could you all get Watson? I don't fucking know anymore. There's so many rumors regarding this thing, and there's so much hogwash and so much gray areas, so much malarkey, bull roar, and all that jazz. Like it's like dancing with an egg. You know what I mean? On a cliff. It's like there's a carton of eggs on a cliff. It's like one's gonna fall off, two might fall off, three might fall off, and then you're all the way down to, and then it's like 10, 9, 10, 11, and then you only have one left. So I really don't know what the fuck I just said, but also at the same time, I can't answer that question. Birdman 951 says McPherson turned into McNuggets. That's funny. McNuggets, Zach McNuggets, hey, hey, hey. Yeah. Sweet and sour. Yeah, no, I hear you. Toxic Falcon says it will be Jalen week 1. It probably will be Jalen week 1. The only thing is, I don't know why he didn't play tonight. That's my only thing. I'm not worried about it not being Jalen. Like that's the thing, is I'm not worried about it not being Jalen. Like that. See, that's the thing. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, because I feel like we're starting to finally get away from the Deshaun Watson and it possibly being another quarterback kind of, rabbit hole. But I think it is very suspect that he was seemingly okay tonight and then he just didn't go. Birdman 951 says they will wait till last minute. Watch. Yeah, like pull a Bradford and a Carson. Maybe they will. Oh boy. Yeah, he was traded 12 days. Sam Bradford was traded 12 days before the regular season. I don't think that they're gonna Nah, they're not going to do that, but that would be pretty insane. Although yeah. That would be stupid. It would be stupid. It would just be stupid because everybody's falling in love with Jalen Hurts. A lot of the guys in the locker room are falling in love with Jalen Hurts. That's the thing. Or are you saying that they're going to name the starter? They're going to name him the starter at the last minute. I fucking hate this. Why didn't they just let him fucking play tonight? He wasn't sick. It's non-COVID related. He was fine. Hit Crows, welcome to the chat, my man. Nelson Aguilar called. Yeah? Does he want his Does he want more butter? Toxic Falcon says, "Do you miss Jalen Mills?" Me personally, I always like Jalen Mills. I always like Jalen Mills. Do I miss him? No, I don't miss him. But like, I didn't want to let him go. I didn't want to let him go. Birdman, this has to be a top 10 worst dress rehearsal I've ever seen. It definitely is, man. 35-0, getting shut out in the preseason. I don't think I I don't think I remember getting shut out in the preseason. Can anybody tell me the last time that we got shut out in the preseason? Because I don't think I remember. I don't think I can recall. What mic am I using? Birdman says, this is JLab. JLab. It's a pretty good mic. They had three different sets of it. At Best Buy, I think one came with just this, one came with just this little stand, and then there was another. Then there was a second package that came with a little bit bigger, and then there was a third package that came with a little bit more. So, 3 different price ranges, obviously. Crow says, Nelson Aguilar called Devontae Smith. He wants his hands back. Yeah, Devontae Smith called Nelson Aguilar and says, I wish I could give them back to you, bro, but they were never yours. They were never yours. These hands? Oh, Toxic Falcon says Cowboys always lose in preseason game. Cowboys always lose in the regular season too. Cowboys haven't been to the Super Bowl since before high def. Birdman 951 says USB. Yes, sir. Correct. Toxic Falcon says, I think Cowboys fans are actually getting scared about Dak. Yeah, as rightfully so. They definitely should be. I mean, they should have been. Look, the thing about Dak is Dak. They initially said that Dak was going to be back in like 3 days, and then it turned into 7 days, and to 10 days, and then it turned into a second MRI, and so, that and that alone, that injury to injure that part of your arm in training camp is just an oddity, honestly. So, Birdman says, "Sounds good. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad with my selection, and I appreciate you saying that. Hicro says, "What are your thoughts on Mac Jones?" I thought it was a phenomenal pick for the Patriots when they picked Mac Jones. He before pre-draft, he was one of the quarterbacks that I actually wanted Bill to take because I thought that would be a perfect pairing, and I think that I think Mac Jones looked phenomenal tonight. I think Mac Jones continues to do well in his development. And I think that in due time he'll take over that starting role. I think that you give it 6 to 8 weeks out or 5 to 6 weeks out, and then he'll probably take over for Cam, depending upon how Cam does. I don't know. I mean, depending upon how Cam does, but I mean, if things are like average for Cam Newton this year, then I think 5 to 6 weeks out, and Mac Jones will take over that team. If you stand, the Birdman says, if you stand back of the room, can we still hear you clear? No, probably not. Probably not. Probably not. But I do have different modes, but I don't want to test them right now. There's a secret button that I have to press. And yeah, there is a secret button. But no, I haven't tried the other modes all that well quite yet. I've only stuck with this one, which is the blue mode. You know, that's what I call it, the blue mode. I got a blue mode and I got a green mode, and I like to. And this one's the blue mode. You know what I mean? Hicro says, "What are your thoughts on Ramondre Stevenson, aka Mini Derrick Henry?" You know, I gotta see more. I gotta see more. To be completely honest with you, I gotta see more before I start putting him up there with Derrick Henry. But I think he could definitely have a good career and continue to be a good player. That's what I think. Toxic Falcon says, "Are you going to do live reactions during the season?" Yes. Yes, because I don't work on Sundays, so I'll most likely be able to do live streaming during games. Birdman says, "Are they voice effects?" No, it's just me, my voice, and the mic. Me, my voice, and the mic. Toxic Falcon says, "Oh yeah, Holyfield looked good. Did he? Did he? I didn't see what Holyfield did. I'm not worried about. Let me see. What did Holyfield do?" You know, because my entire fucking mind went into flux when I didn't see Jalen Hurts start tonight. My entire mind went into flux. I got to be honest with you. So like, I was like, man. And then I saw that like Flacco. Then I saw that we had the busted snap, and then Flacco threw the interception, and then like, I was like, man, bet you be looking like a fucking string cheese, bro. The hell is wrong with you? And he threw that late pass to Devontae Smith. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? All you had to do was get it to your guy as soon as he cut in, and then he probably would have cut up field. Like, it was like 3 or 4 seconds late. 3 or 4 seconds late on that route. Or at least it seemed like it went forever. Man, this ain't no game of chess, bro. Damn. Flacco should be cut. Flacco and Mullins should be cut immediately. I'm just playing. But I mean, Yeah, you think I feel good about the Eagles getting blown out 35-0 in the preseason game? God damn it. Now it's starting to bug me. You know, I get it if they want to keep their guys healthy. That makes sense. Jonathan Gannon didn't want to lose any of his guys, but you know, there was like I'm sorry. There's like they can move the ball. Like the Eagles can move the ball. That's clear. That's clear. The Eagles can find a way to move the ball. I can see that. I can see that they can do that. I can see that they can find creative ways to move the ball. But after that, and I kind of saw this a little bit. Like everybody's talking about how they looked fluid, last week. Yeah, they looked fluid. They moved the ball a little bit, but like we didn't score points. We still didn't score points. Guys, we're still not scoring fucking points. Like, I get it, it's the preseason, but we're still not scoring fucking points. You know what I mean? The back end is still falling apart. But the more I think about this right now, I they have some shit that they got to get corrected. So I got to see more. Zach McPherson, I'm upset about that because like I'm upset about that because I've heard nothing but hype about this guy, and I want to believe hype about a cornerback that we draft because the Eagles never draft a good cornerback. They haven't been able to do it since Lito Shepherd and Sheldon Brown. And I take that back. There was one. His name was Brandon Boykin. And he had a couple good years for us. They got to do a better job. I don't care if it's preseason. You don't get fucked up. 35-0. No, you're a team of guys fighting for a spot. You're a team of guys fighting for a spot. You're a team of guys trying to prove yourself. And I'm not just talking about a spot on the team that you're on currently. You're also auditioning for the team that you're going against too. You're creating tape. You're creating tape for other GMs throughout the league because if that team that you're on currently is going to cut you, your next team who looks at you might want to look at your tape and say, why should we sign this guy? We got to do a better job. And that's why they have to do a better job. That was unacceptable. But hey, this is DB talking now. DB talking Birds. DB talking Philadelphia Eagles. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. One love. Happy Thursday. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Go Birds, baby.